I want to talk about an out-of-body experience, and welcome back to EternalDawnDesigns. I begged for my life. I received, I would say I want to call it temporary healing, but it was like a lowering of the urgency, but I definitely still need some healing, that's for sure. So, at least that's what I think, I don't know. So, anyways, I felt helpless and I needed to put a change into action. And I sat down to meditate. This was my first time using music to meditate. I played this meditation music off YouTube, and I thought it would distract me. I still left the body as normal as ever, but I felt like it comforted me in a way. But I did have doubt about that. But I felt like my spirit guide was basically like, you can do what you want when it comes to meditation as long as you're comfortable, not hurting nobody, you know what I'm saying? So what happened when I left my body, I saw these 6 lines. There were 3 lines on each side. They were a teal blue and a red and a bit of a green teal. And I saw that, but I also saw water pipes. I saw these city water pipes. They were just barreling out this dirty, filthy water, this filthy, disgusting water. And I flinched away and I said no. I flinched away from it and I said no. And it turned into clean, clear water, like literally clear water. I don't know what that means. I can understand that means like something's wrong with our water, which something obviously definitely is wrong with our water, because tap water here is like, I don't even drink it. But I don't know what the solution is, because all I did was flinch away and say no, and I don't know if that's gonna work in this reality. So anyways, those 6 lines, 3 on each side, turned into this waterfall valley. So I was in the third person. When I saw the water pipes, I was in the first person, so it was just my, looking through my own eyes. And then, well, really a single eye. And then when I was flying up in third person, I saw my body sitting on something like Pride Rock, the tip of Pride Rock. And instead of, a savanna or plains, I was in the middle of a waterfall valley. So there were waterfalls on the left and the right side of me. And I was able to see my body sitting in a lotus position, which I was sitting in the lotus position in real life, on my bed in my bedroom. But in this situation, out of body experience, I was in a lotus position. My body was meditating, and I had on these white linen clothes, top and shirt. And in real life, I just had on these sweats and a blanket wrapped around me in my bed. So I just want to put that out there, the difference. And so I flew up along this Pride Rock shaped rock, saw myself, and was sort of above myself, above my head from behind, but looking down at myself. Also looking at this valley, because it was beautiful, it was a beautiful valley, and observing the landscape. And so then I saw this stone that was vertical. It was a teal stone with a purple stone at the center. And in the middle of that purple stone, in the middle of the teal stone, was a white dot. So it's teal stone encasing purple stone, and the purple stone is encasing this white dot or whatever. And it flipped. It went from vertical to horizontal, so from up straight to sideways. In that instant, when it was horizontal, when it was sideways, there were many, many purple centers. And each purple center had its own dot. And still there was the teal stone encasing everything. So I was shown that. And then out of the darkness, I guess there was a fade to black, kind of like in the movies. There was these 2 women that came up, and they looked like Na'vi women. They looked like the seafaring Na'vi, but they were also like, if you could imagine like a hybridization between the forest dwelling Na'vi and the seagoing Na'vi. They were like that. And because they were so real, these 2 women just walking up to me, I can't even describe to you their beauty. And so they basically telepathically said to me in unison, "Don't be scared." And I believe the reason they said don't be scared, one of the reasons is because I did flinch, you know. I did flinch back. I was just surprised to see them. And so then, if you could imagine the palace doors from Aladdin, I was in front of these huge, grandiose, beautiful, integrate. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm messing up this word. Grandiose, beautiful, royal is what I'm trying to say. Very high class, chiseled. Just the most beautiful, tall blue double palace doors that you could possibly imagine. I mean, it just dripped royalty, right? And the word I was trying to say was integrate or something like that. I don't know why I can't get that word right now. So anyways, the doors were closing on me is the problem. I was on the outside. Basically, heaven's gates being closed, closing you out. Heaven's gates closing you out. And it scared me because I was like, just no, bro, just no, just no. And I said, oh no, like I yelled it, you know, in this space. And I'm instantly back on this cliff. I'm in third person. I'm watching my body leap up out the lotus position. And the sun is coming down, this ginormous, luminous orb, just huge. I mean, it looked like a sun. It looked like the sun was coming to earth. That's what it looked like. I leapt up. I watched the body leap up and give this orb, this spirit, a high five, which I think recharged me, energized me. It was like a caffeine sort of energy because I wasn't asleep, I was meditating. So when I came back to my body after that, I had a caffeine sort of buzz about me. Before then, I was very tired. I was about to go to sleep. And if I'm going to meditate, because sometimes it does scare me sometimes, I just prefer to do it before I go to sleep because first of all, it's really fun to be about to go to sleep and then you get energy and you get to like play your games or whatever. And then it's like, if it does go bad, I can just go to sleep. Like I can write it down, record it for you guys, and then I can go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't know, it's just my process. I very rarely meditate during the day, but I have had out-of-body experiences during the day. So anyways, I call that experience God appeared as stone. And I call God Madre. So for this, it's going to be Madre appeared as stone. So just know that there is a way to heal. There is a way to get in contact with your spirits and our Creator without the use of any external substances. And of course, don't let your own biases get in the way of your meditation because like I said, I thought music, when I pray, I don't listen to music. I pause the TV. There's no audio when I pray. I've always been like that. I take my headphones out and everything when I pray. So, you know, like I'll pause my music and take my headphones out. So meditation, I already knew at this point because I've been out of my body before. I didn't know I was going to leave my body, but I was nervous just in case because I never know when I'm going to. I never know when I'm going to. I feel like I know on a level, but it's not at the top of my head. It's not the most conscious thing about me. I just get really nervous. And I remember one time I was about to meditate something or lay down to be healed because I needed some healing. And I was just like, I'm always nervous when I do this. Like, it's that sort of, just that little bit of a buzz of nervousness. So I didn't know I could listen to meditation music and meditate. I didn't think that was going to work for me, just for me personally. But this specific song is good. It doesn't have any words in it. It's just very soothing. It's one of my favorite. I mean, it's like my only music that I like actively meditate to. And it's the only song that I've ever meditated to. It's just so crazy to me. And imagine the person that uploaded it to YouTube. Do they even know that it works? And does it work because they said it does, or does it work just because I like the melody and it relaxed me and that's all I needed, something to relax me? I don't know. It could be all above, you know, all the above. So anyways, If you want to listen to music while you meditate, if you want to be in the lotus position when you meditate, if you want to lay on your back when you meditate, if you want to lay on your side when you want to meditate, if you want to have a movie on when you meditate, if you want to have a TV show when you want to meditate, anything, if you want to have chimes, if you want to, but that was my Madre Appears as God experience, my out-of-body experience. God bless you. I hope this helps you and lets you know that you can receive healing anytime that you want it. And as always, stay up. I want to add on another piece of the experience that happened. So after I saw the two Navi women that came up to me and I flinched and they said telepathically, "Don't be scared." After that, I saw the body on the cliff, on the Pride Rock, in between this waterfall valley. What happened was there was some type of cataclysm because the valley split in half. The valley split in half. And it split the Pride Rock that the body was sitting on, that I was sitting on. And it was just darkness. And I frailed, like I watched my body frail for a split second midair before this sort of like webbing caught me. And then the valley came back together. So I don't know what that means. Like, was that a test of, are you ready to come home? Are you ready to let go of the body? Are you, are you still fearful of death? Or like, how close can God approach me? Like something like that, maybe. So maybe something along the lines of being incorporeal, losing the physical form, where my consciousness was at that point. It's always already weird because it was in third person. So, I mean, I felt not fear, but shock and like panic because, I wasn't not recognizing myself. I recognized the body was me. I knew that was me. So it was just like this whole thing. But I wanted to include that because that was a very significant and important part of the Madre Comes as God experience. As always, stay up. God bless.